It's day 169. It's day 169 being intentionally homeless. And you know what I laugh at myself about is what if I'm doing all this? If I'm doing all this whole intensely homeless journey and all this shit for one thing. One simple thing. See you. What's up? Y'all still here? Are y'all still here? Are y'all ready? Alright. My tarp smells pretty bad today in the locker. It's wet. It did rain. It did rain the other day. I'm so happy it hasn't rained. So happy it hasn't rained during the time that I've been out here, bro. It's like a fucking rain sprinkled one night. Pretty bad sprinkling. But yeah, I gotta talk to y'all about what the fuck happened today. After I situate myself next to the tree of life. You know what's funny? I was doing my website today and they made an avatar. It looked like an avatar, like a Yoda avatar. And it was such a fucking fire AI clip. Picture it made. But yeah, bro. We got 5 of our pages done. I think 6 or 7. I'll make 7. I think I'm doing like a page a day. So when I say a page a day, I mean a website. A website day. So first was the home page, trying to figure out how to align that. That's like 90% done. I just got to add a little thing. Everything's like 90% done. I'm like 85. With the website, I'm like 85, 90% done with the website. And so, got the. Oh shit. Welcome, live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Yeah. Hold up. But yeah, so I got About Us page, which is just founder to fuckboy to founder, which is fucking lit. Then I got Jungle University situated. That's 2. I got Jungle Podcast webpage done. I got the Jungle Fever webpage done. I got Jungle Give Back program done. And I got the Fight the Stigma tour done. Alright. So that's about 6 pages, bro. And there's so many, like I've been talking about this whole time, so many tedious little things with it. It's, okay. We do have 3 fans, but we don't have our big white fan today because I think I left my outlet at Zoe's. But yeah, we got our website shit done today. And let's talk about what the fuck happened today. Maybe I should start from the morning. Woke up in the morning, like 6 a.m., 6-ish. Turned my alarms off like 10 times. Not 10, like 2 or 3. And okay. Yo, there's these little slug things that live at the bottom of my boots. It's fucking weird. So I try not to keep my boots outside of the tarp. It's fucking weird. Honestly, I don't want to speak at Circuit and Snipe, but the mosquitoes haven't been really. I don't know. They're trying to get me now. Say they're not really sniping your boy. Once I say that. Okay, let me put this shit on. But yeah, woke up today at 6 a.m. and 6-ish to try to make it. Let me get my fans going. So fans are number one. Always put them on level 2. Put some lotion on. But yeah, ended up getting to Planet Fitness. I don't know what the fuck took me so long. Oh yeah, I got to get my hair done and present myself because I care what people think. I care what people think that I know that I'm gonna invest time and energy into, and we all deep down do care what people think. I don't give a fuck what you think that you don't think. I don't give a fuck about the people that don't give a fuck about me. That's what I don't give a fuck about. So, but got my clothes ready today and went off to go to this Dharma sprint and actually had to take an Uber, which was only like $10, but it was only because the buses I was gonna be late. So I want to do my hair, and I was trying to figure out what clothes I was trying to wear. So it's funny as the Uber and about to drop me off at her place, and the next thing you know, I realized I didn't paint my nails, and so I literally had the Uber driver stop before I got to what's it called, her place, and had him drop me off so I could do my nails. It's just an expression of who I am. It's just like part of my story, my journey, and it helps me elaborate who I am better when I'm around people if it does come up. It creates an aura, creates a vibe, creates an expression, attracts things I want. So, but what are we going to again? We're going to a Dharma sprint, right? And Dharma sprint is where people go into the space and they just have the opportunity to be around a community of people through Zoom who are all artists, creatives, and spiritual misfits. And what I love to say is warrior gardeners, gardener warriors, whichever one you want to say. And all there to monetize their art and work together and all working in the same direction but on different goals of the things that are important to us. So it's cool. Really cool. I really appreciate it actually. Oh, maybe I can still have my boots. So my boots. Sorry, I switched so many topics, but so my boots have become tripods for me, so I can set up my fans. So right now I have one boot on the top of my head, I have one fan on the side of me, and I have one fan always at the end of where I'm sleeping, because to keep it cool. Okay. Get our iPad out, set our alarm. Oh yeah, another thing, I know we're bouncing around stories, fuck it, is do I want to work out till, work out until 2 a.m. is cool, I guess, but and then take a cold shower, and then dry myself off with toilet tissue, and then know I'm gonna come out here, sleep for 4 hours, hopefully get 4 hours of sleep, and then wake up, and then pack all my shit back up, and then get the fuck back after it. Do I want to do all that? Do I want to organize my fucking locker that's full to the brim? Not my... oh shit. Not have my own space. It's like, bro, do you think I want that? Do they want any of that? They don't want to be sleeping in the fucking jungle and worrying about cacti balls. I didn't even drink water just now. Pussy. Do you think I want any of that? Huh? You don't think I want any of that shit? No. Your boy doesn't. Don't want that shit. But you know what? I'd rather live in a uncomfortable freedom than a comfortable slavery. I love that. Love that quote. Love that quote, bro. I love that shit. And I'd rather live a life that I feel purpose driven. Speaking my mind, learn about myself. Than not. You know what I'm saying? So okay, how uncomfortable is this backpack right now? It's probably a 8 right now. Uncomfortable. If I flip it though, it's got padding on the other side. That should be comfortable on the other side. Do that. Do that. Okay. Let's have our knife on deck. Please. Niggas act up. Taser on deck, just in case niggas act up. Okay. We got fans in every direction, baby. Okay. Now I can talk to you. All right. There we go. Now my backpack is a solid 7. Comfortability wise. But yeah, so this morning made it to Zoe's. She said we have a sprint with her from 9 until like 1:30, because then we go out. Okay, so well before that, so end up getting there, and she has this. It's like a townhouse deal, and invited me out to it. Cool, of course. It was cool seeing her, and I think she knew I was talking about being intentionally homeless. And that was like one of the first questions she asked, because it's like me coming into her space. It's kind of hard not to trust people in this class, because it's like everyone's paid $2,000 to be here, or $100, either $2,000 for the mentally fit course, or you're paying $100 a month for the DAC, which the DAC are the Dharma sprints that you get to be a part of every day. So it's like, you got everyone in this bitch, you got to be able to trust to a certain degree. So I get to her house, boom, I'm the first one, and she instantly asked me about, this intentionally homeless. And I kind of just in that direction of like, yo, Sue, where are you staying at? And I told her, yeah, I'm 365 days intentionally homeless. And didn't go too deep into it, just open relationship geography and relationship cleanse. And didn't go too deep, but she ended up saying that she did, like, there's an opportunity to get Eric Gozzi's class for free if you read all of his books and then you post every day in the DAC. She did that shit for 173 days straight, dog. Like, posted every day in that shit, reading every day in that shit to get it free. I was like, damn. And so then there was about 5 of the people that ended up coming in, and one of the dudes is he's literally like an artist painting, and he wants to do like kids books, and so he's doing layers, different palettes with that, doing a storyboard. There's another guy that's doing like editing podcast shit for like a fucking fire DJ. And then there's Zoe, who does these Notion selling things. and there's this other guy, I forgot, he does tech work, and another girl, she's doing like event planning, doing like fucking event planning shit. So it's a bunch of artists and misfits and spiritual misfits and just fucking creatives all getting together to fucking work. And then we join the Zoom call, which is the Dharma Artist Collective. And the Zoom call is with like 30 or 40 people, and everyone in there is just fucking hungry and feasting on their goals and their work and their art. And you can tell that everyone's in that direction. So it starts off that, we start off by setting the intention of, all right, what are you doing today? What's your experience direction you're gonna be? Everyone puts it down, because if you write it down, you have more likely of a chance to actually follow through with it. Then after that, and it's so cool because Eric, he's the guy that runs the DAC, these sprints, and also the Mentally Fit course. He lost his voice, so he whispers the whole time, and it's so potent. It has so much emphasis, because it's something that most people have never fucking heard before. So it's fucking cool. I love it. I love hearing him speak. And it's funny because his work is all about following the whisper and like the spiritual realm of things. And he just happened to get this rare disease, so that's the case. So, but so little context of what's going on is like I have my fan in my boot to the right of me, to the right of my head. My fan in the boot to the right of my head, and then I have another fan. Maybe I can show y'all. Hold up, let me flip this around. Got one fan right there. Got another fan in the boot down there. Keep the mosquitoes off. Another fan in this boot. And the tree of life. Can y'all see the tree of life? Yeah. So, we're gonna. Okay. So yeah, get the fans on deck. Fans in the boot. Can't keep the light on. I got my taser and my knife, just in case anybody wants to fuck around with the fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Anybody wants to fuck around with the fuck around. They're gonna. Oh shit! Get that shit got. And then, yeah, the fan right there. And my pillow. It's my backpack. Yeah. But I have to. It's way too hot. Way too hot, boy, for me to keep the light off. If anybody has any suggestions on infrared cameras or some shit, then let me know. But yeah, so in the class, yeah, we all, then after we had set our intention, we ended up doing a guided meditation. Then boom, there's fucking 40, 50 people all just working towards what's right for them, and the energy in there is so potent. And it's so cool because you don't even realize that there are Zoom calls out here with people like you that want more, that can see themselves doing more and working towards more. And it's just being around a community of people that give you so much confidence in that. It's fucking beautiful, dog. So, yeah. But, so an hour and a half goes by, I got all my website shit done, and then we end up going outside, get some grounding action, take our shoes off, and I ended up talking to this girl about her. What's so interesting is if you take the time to listen and really take the time to be present with people and have them feel heard and appreciated, you'll learn so much more about yourself and about life in general than you trying to tell your story 10x. Just take the time just to not try to respond. Take the time to try to like bring value and connect them to other people and really listen. And you'll be able to take in so much more. And it's the whole dynamic of being interesting versus being interested. It's like you want to be interested and not be interesting, because then it's like it gives the whole paradox of you being able to give more than you take. So it's really cool. But yeah, so like we went outside and I'm talking to this girl for a solid 20 minutes out there about her wanting to bring this event planner direction. She had a vineyard and then she had two business partners and they fell out and she's not educating the vineyard, but she's also trying to just make the retreat / festival and a holistic, you know, nature driven direction. And I said I'm gonna connect her to, one of my Justin, one of the guys that he's the CEO of, he's the like owner of the Sooner Swing, and he actually just called me the other day and just said, "Yo, I'm just trying to support you in whatever way we can, whatever way I can." And I was like, "Yo, just give me some time to make this, get myself situated and clear, and then we can move accordingly." So he'll be probably one of the first people that'll get my podcast naked. Oh shit, that's so wild. But I said I'll connect her to him because she wants to do the events, and I gave her the idea. I said, "Yo, Justin, he ended up having 1,500 people, and he just rented out tent spots for $250 a pop, and then the people in RVs are paying $500 or something for the weekend for the festival." And so linked them up together, and then boom, got back into class. And if you ever have a problem, if this is just a tip, if you ever have a problem when someone is, you need to get something done, you need to leave the conversation, or something's not happening and you're starting to lose your attention, I said to her today, because I knew I wanted to get back to working, and I knew we could spend more time talking after. So I was like, I'm losing my presence right now. Is it okay if we just find time to finish this later? Because I want to stay present with you. I don't want to lie to you. And it's such a fucking authentic thing. People appreciate that so much. And so that was cool. It was cool because I told her that. And then dropped back in for an hour and a half. Got more of the website shit done. And then, boom, made a reference today. Because it's like before, during, and after, they do checkups of your experience. So this the after, everyone already was talking, and I was fucking locked into my everybody was already, because when everyone comes together, she dings this bell, and then she starts talking to everyone about, how was your experience, not what you did, not what you're doing, but how was your experience, because they don't want it to be a big selling match. So that being the case, I was a snake on. So she finally looked at me and she's like, "Jay," and I said, "You guys already talking about it?" She's like, "Yeah, this isn't a requirement based. It's all based off of what's right for you and how you can show up." So yeah, I got in the swing and there was 6 of them all looking at me, and they were asking about my experience, and I told them, I said, I'm happy that the work that I'm doing now, I feel like for the longest, I've been just, my fucking eyes. The longest, I just want to, I've been building off this foundation, trying to make it solid, and most people just skip that process and try to hurry through it and start building their fucking structure, their skyscraper, and then they realize it's hollow. They look at other people's buildings around them and they're like, "Fuck, I want those buildings," and then they have to look down and realize they have to tear their shit back down just to build a solid foundation. I was like, "Nah, I'm starting from a solid foundation and building that shit up." And so that's what I said today in the DAC, is I'm happy that a lot of things that I'm doing and going to be attracting are coming to fruition. So yeah, it's fucking wild. It's fucking wild. And then they asked me, right? They asked me, they're all watching me hear me talk about the building skyscraper, and then he was like, "Yeah, so where you living at?" I was like, "Everywhere." I was coming back my boots. He was like, "Do you have a physical location?" I was like, No, I just live wherever I can be. And I'd be very vague until I realized people actually want me to open up and express about the intentionally homeless crime. And they were like, "So, where are you sleeping tonight?" And then I like bit my lip, and I said, "Up, we're gonna have the conversation. Here we go." I told him, I said, "Yeah, I actually committed to going 365 days intentionally homeless, and I documented all of that to this point. And it's been one day 169, and it's just more to relationship with geography more than anything, or just a fucking cleanse, real estate cleanse." And I realized that I could get deep with them, so I said, "No." Like, I talked about the quasi monk journey and realizing I didn't want the isolation of what the monk life was, but I wanted to be within my community and live intentionally. And so quasi monk really gave me the opportunity to look at it through a lens of asceticism, like self-denial, self-discipline, and still being able to be out and about in my community, to have the extremes of life, create balance, and live accordingly. So I've adopted that, and that just happens to be intentionally homeless. Oh, I'm getting tired. Okay. And so, yeah. So then once I got done the DAC call, got off, made a couple videos, cool, posted it, and then look. Oh, I'm getting tired. But yeah. So that being said, what else happened? Yeah, Zoe said, "Do you need a shower?" Or I was like, "No, I need a shower. So that's good." And then another girl was like, "You need a ride somewhere?" I was like, "No." Oh shit! I woke me the fuck up. Okay. That almost fucking got me. Yeah, she was like, "You need a shower." I was about to leave, and she's like, "You need a shower?" I was like, "No." And the other girl was like, "You need a ride?" I was like, "Nope." So happy I can be situated in my own to be like, "Nope, I don't need none of that shit." So then I went, Planet Fitness, finished Jungle Get Back program and Fight the Stigma website, and now I'm just finishing off little parts and about to start the Jungle University. I'm about to pay for this subscription for this website, though, which is gonna fucking suck. It's like $100 a month, but fuck it, it's worth it. It's worth it. So there's a lot of things I gotta do. There's a lot of things I gotta do to be prepared for what's to come, but we'll make time for it. We'll make time. So yeah, I just worked on the website till 10 p.m. And I watched a little bit of Feminists go against Candace Owens, and then yeah, it worked out. And then now we're here. So yeah, dog, I'm about to knock out. I appreciate whoever's watched to this point and the vibes. So much love. Whoever loves to answer another question, we change the one person at a time. Goddamn shit.